All praise and glory goes to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, a great millstone and salutations to the elect men feeding the sheep of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, in sincerity and in truth, risking their lives to do so. So I'm going to get into this lesson, man. You're looking at the real, not fucking around crew, the Edomites. The Edomites. Because you got the so-called NFAC. They're over there protesting some shooting with the Brianna. And like we say, ain't nothing wrong with brothers protesting the oppression. But the thing is, you're going about it the wrong way. You ain't going to solve the problem by going against the enemy with his weapons, with arms. You gotta step over the enemy and go to the Messiah. And go to our power, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And ask him in the name of the Messiah to remove these heathens and these Gentiles from over us. That's how you do it, man. You got to beg the Lord to return and come and destroy these heathens. We got to repent, not get arms and go march. All this fuck. So you just waiting for more? Oh yeah, next time we shoot another nigga, we gonna march, and then you march again. Oh, when they shoot another nigga, we gonna march again. This shit looking stupid. And you got them shooting. They had a fucking march and the gun done discharged, and they done shot a couple of their own members. And look, man, you looking at the real, not the fucking around crew right here. Esau, Edom, the devil, Satan. Was his blessing right here. The sword. The sword. Let's go into some scriptures. This is the book of Genesis 27 and 38, and said, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Yeah, because Esau got jacked for his blessing. Not even jacked, man. The motherfucker sold his blessing. He was feeble from being out in the field, and he came and he saw his brother cooking, and he wanted some of that meat, that venison. And what happened? He said, hey, Jacob said, sell me your birthright. And hey, that's what Esau did. And guess what? When the time came for the blessings to be handed out, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai made it where who received the first blessings? Jacob. And we represent the seed of Jacob, you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, the scattered seed. And these Caucasians, these European devils, the so-called white man, he represents Esau, Edom. And let's read it. He had a blessing. Verse 38, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, that the dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. Yeah, Esau got all the best parts of the earth, all the best countries. Honestly, the earth is given into his whole hand, so he controls everything. And it says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, the dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live. I'm read that again. And by thy sword shalt thou live. And by thy sword shalt thou live. And that's Esau's blessing, a sword. He goes crazy. He goes crazy for his weapon. You see these Edomites over the gun rights issue when the so-called Republicans, when the Democrats were trying to take away their weapons. Esau was going crazy. Mike hold their hands. You got Edomites talking about they gonna die before they give away their guns, because that was their blessing, and they should feel that way. Let me go to this other verse right quick. This is the book. Thing is, Esau gonna lose, and he can't do nothing to stop it. The sword is not gonna be able to. The sword is not gonna be able to protect him or save him in them times, man. It's the book of Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red. And who's red? Esau, Edom. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. You remember when Esau came into power, what happened? It says evils were multiplied. This is after Alexander had died, and then his general motherfuckers he grew up with started fighting over the kingdom. These different European dynasties, Greek, Macedonian, went into Greece and took it over, went into Egypt and took it over, went into different parts of Asia. They went into different places because it was their time to rule. To the point it became the Greco-Roman Empire, all the way to the time it fell. I'll read this again. And there went out another horse that was red, and the power was given to him that sat thereon to give peace, to Salaki, to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And that's what Esau's blessing is, a sword. And his greatest sword ever is that nuclear bomb that he's going to use. He sold the technology to these other nations. Now they got nuclear capability. It's like when Esau had that sword, he didn't went around the world and gave weapons out to other nations. And the thing is, Esau's mind, he want to use that sword again too. Let's find out, because I'm not done reading. Let's go back to this Genesis. It says, therefore Yahweh give the dew of heaven and the fatness of the earth and plenty of corn and wine. Let the people serve thee. Salaki. Let me jump. That was a blessing for Jacob. We jump back to verse 38. And Esau said unto him, Father, hast thou but one blessing for me? Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, the dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, of the dew of heaven, and of the dew of heaven from above, and by the sword shalt thou live. And he was given a great sword, because he lived by the sword. He about to die by the sword. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto you. Thou that leadest into... Hold on, let me go to the verse. Can't be messing up the Lord's scriptures. Let's go. Revelations 13. And it says, oh my goodness, if any man have an ear, Revelations 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. You imagine a cracker reading this. And he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. And Esau, your blessing with the sword was the sword. So this verse got you in a little jamboree. I'm reading it again. Because you was given a great sword. And it says, by thy sword shalt thou live. And now we're reading that he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So when the repercussion comes back, Esau, you're going to be killed with the sword, man. You're going to be the weapons used. Your weapons of indignation going to be used against you, man. I'm sorry, not even indignation. Your weapons of war are going to be used against you. Because it's all about what Yahweh Hashem Yahushua wants to set up. And it's going to be the kingdom of heaven with Israelites in power and other nations in servitude and submission. Shalom.